What's going on, everybody? Yeah, you know what time it is. You see the G and the G and the one and the
Mm.
two shot here. It is time for Grice's Gyms. I got my man, Coach Sam Griner, ready for a big one this week. But before we get to this week, let's go ahead and talk about this past week. So we're going out to Anson County. We're sorry this video is dark. They did not play in the dark, but they might as well could have. With Jazear Griffin had 21 carries for 258 yards and 2 touchdowns, and he had a 59-yard TD reception in Friday's 34-27 win over Parkwood. Like I say, Griner, he needed every one of those yards and every touchdown. But Anson, who started 0-3, has won 3 straight under Coach Ralph Jackson, and we know that Griffin's the reason why. Griner,
No,
my
no doubt.
guy had a big one. He had to be on the list here. Griner, I'm gonna kick it to you. Caden Haywood, yes, my QB went from Hickory Ridge in a big 50-27 win over South Iredale. Griner, let me tell you this: 26 of 29, 332, and 5 of them things. Had a rushing touchdown, threw for a 2-point conversion, and he ran for one. Griner, come on now.
This man, like, literally is Josh Allen in the flesh, reincarnated out here on the field. They finally realized, praise the Lord for Hickory Ridge running quarterback power. Good job, Grice. Keep this guy going in the box.
Hey, do what I can. You know, if I got to put my guy on that ground, he had to have a game. But let's
No
go to
doubt.
North Stanley. Jay Jackson in a big 42-0 win over Union Academy. Jackson ran 24 times for 225 yards and 3 touchdowns. Took my breath away with that one. Had 288 all-purpose yards, and this man is 6'2", 220 as a
Yeah,
senior running back. And if he's in
big
that, you
boy.
see him in that hole, he can also bring you down as well, Grinder. Big time play here from Jay Jackson, North Stanley.
It runs behind his pads. Love it.
I love it. Let's go out to East Surrey. Hey, we know they have guys. I thought it was a guys nails, many talented guys nails they've had in the past, but we'll stay here. Stephen Keener out of East Surrey, 25-7 win they had over Wilkes Central. He had 4 catches for 63 yards and a score, had 2 punt returns for 88 yards, had 2 carries for 24 yards, had an interception he returned for 33 yards, as well as 3 tackles and 2 pass breakups on defense. Grinder, talk about this stat sheet stuffer here.
Yeah, Iron Man football. Man's doing it all. Like, you could just tell you, he was seeing the green numbers throughout the game. He went Matrix mode. Like he said, I am him, follow behind me, punt return, interceptions, wide receiver, doing it all. Love to see it.
Stat sheet stuffer, love it. Hey, let's go to Northwood. Hey, the Grice Gyms was so big. We've got another. Isn't even the call yet. Carson Fortune's out of Northwood. 230 yards passing, 3 touchdowns, and he had 228 rushing yards and 4 touchdowns in a huge 54-20 win over rival Seaforth High. Grinder, we're not done yet. He had a pick 6 also for a score. You count those up, he accounted for 8 touchdowns for
8.
Northwood. Grinder, big time ball there.
Unbelievable. 8 touchdowns. That's unbelievable.
The bar continues to be set here. So, you know, if we're there, we got to bring Andre Bost in here for the call from Lincolnton. Andre, before we talk to you, let's go ahead and let people know what you did. In a big 57-36 win over Bandies, you ran for 272 yards and 3 touchdowns. You also threw for 123 yards and 3 touchdowns for a total. We got to add it up for the people so they know, you know, when they try to write in here and see what they think they should have to be at Grice's Gyms. You had 395 yards and 6 scores. So I've got to talk about this. You had to get the call here. Talk about being that dual threat guy as a quarterback where you also can take that ball and take it to the house if they're playing crazy, because you look like you could do both extremely well. You got to talk to us. You get the call, Andre. Let us know how you felt. Again, within this game, how, you know, when you got that ball, you get that first big run, how did you feel? You know, did you know it was going to be a big-time game? Because Bandies is a big opponent for y'all that y'all got to get the good win over.
Yeah, I felt pretty good. I know they couldn't really bring me down, so I was pretty confident running hard and running strong, you know.
Well, let me tell you something. My favorite number in the whole world is number 7. I think it means completion. So it looks like you're the complete player. Is there any significant reason you chose 7 to wear?
Well, I really wanted 3, but that was already 2. Yeah.
Well, just know 7 means completion, man. It is a powerful number. You keep rocking it. Love to see it. That going on the ground, throwing it in the air, doing it all, capability for your team. Big win for you. Congratulations.
Sure, thank you.
Definitely. Glad to have you on here, Andre. Keep balling. I'm telling you, you take care of business. What's your next big game? I know you got one more. You got to have a rivalry game here coming up.
Yes, sir. West Lincoln. Last game of the season.
West Lincoln, big time game. Hey, you ball in that game. You make sure we get your numbers. I promise you, we'll have you back on if you do something crazy like you did this game versus Bandies. Sound like a deal?
Yes, sir.
All right.
No doubt.
Hey, good luck rest of your season. All right. If you have a performance you think is worthy to be called a Grice's Gym, as we had a wonderful slate this week, be sure to DM me at Coach J Grice on Twitter, DM at Observer Preps, or at Langston Wirtz Jr. And Grinder, as we always say during this time, if you ball,
You're going to get the call.
you already know it. See you next week.